Man, when you're buying a house, first you had to get a loan approval, then you got to pick an agent, then you got to look at houses, then you got to put in an offer, and then you got inspections, appraisal, loan, blah, 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 blah. There is so much that goes on when you're buying a house that you're like, what is happening? That is why we walk you through and guide you through the whole process. Because once you've put in an offer, we're going to have that home inspected. Yes, I have never allowed a client to waive a home inspection. You never know what's behind those walls, and you want a home inspector to give you their best advice. So if the home inspector points out some concerns, that allows you to hire a specialist and further evaluate it so you can see, is this a cost I want to take on? Is this a cost the seller would be willing to pay for? All these different things you want to know before you're purchasing a home. We want you to be successful so that you enjoy and love your home and you're not moving into a money pit, unless that's what you wanted and you know that going in. So sellers could say yes or no for fixing any type of item on the inspection report. And then if they say no, you get to decide, are you wanting to continue with the house or not? Once we get all of that negotiated, the next step is the appraisal. What is the appraisal, you're asking? That means that if you ask the lender for $400,000, we need to make sure it appraises for $400,000 or you don't get the loan for $400,000. So if it doesn't appraise, we have to go back to the seller and see if they're willing to come down to appraise the value. And if they're not, you have to make a decision if you love the property or you're ready to move on. Once we have all of that, we'll wait for your final loan approval, which is the longest 2 weeks of your life. In the last week, they might ask you for 1,000 documents they've already asked you for, but that's okay because you're buying a home. And in a couple weeks, you won't even remember the pain it was of all the documents you had to dig up. And it probably will help you realize, are you that organized or not? And if not, it's time to start getting organized. And once we have that approval, you will meet me with keys to give it to you for your new home. Have questions about buying a house? Send us a message and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.